Wake up in the morning, because it's fucking morning. What up? Mile High here, back again with a new video. Apparently there's a damn Toy Story ad for Transformers toys. There's Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, all this shit. But I'll be predicting Week 13 NFL picks. Again, I had the same record, 9-5. I'm not going to have a 9-5 record because there's 4 teams on the bye week. Let me check what the 4 teams are. I kind of forgot. So it's the Jaguars, Packers, Panthers, and the Titans, because these damn ads for this bank are in the way. So yeah, these ads are killing me right now. All right, so let's make the picks. You can finally show my face. I'm showing my face. Who cares? So yeah, let's make my face smaller, cause yeah. All right, let's start off with Bengals and Chargers. Bengals and Chargers. The Chargers coming off a big fucking L in Denver, and the Bengals coming off possibly their second biggest victory of the season. Probably the one against the Ravens was the biggest, but their second biggest victory was blowing out the Steelers at home, something that they didn't do that much. But that's 3 straight wins against the Steelers, and the Steelers, they're going a little bit downhill, man. It's unfortunate for their fans, but hey, it is what it is. Chargers, I'm going to pick the Bengals. I think this will be a good game. We'll finally see Burrow versus Herbert. Last week we couldn't see it. It was the first game of the year, Bengals versus Chargers. But Burrow wasn't playing, Herbert wasn't playing. It was Tyrod Taylor versus some other scrub. I don't know who was their quarter. Oh, it was Burrow. Never mind. It was Tyrod Taylor versus Burrow. And it wasn't, yeah. So we'll finally see a full matchup of Herbert versus Burrow. Okay, next one, Colts Texans. The Texans won the Tank Bowl last week. Congrats. I think the Colts will rebound. I know they blew against the what are they called? The Buccaneers. They almost came back. They almost tied it up to send it overtime, but there was 10 seconds left on the clock. And, they were in the game throughout, so I think they'll beat the Texans easily. But the Texans, I don't know. They made that stunning upset against the Titans. They can beat the Colts. I don't know. The Jets beat them. The Colts will get back on their feet. They have to just run the ball with Jonathan Taylor, and they'll get the win. All right, next game. Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me the Ravens. Steelers are a mess. Big Ben's trash. The team's in a mess. There's COVID. TJ Watt's not playing because of COVID. It's a mess, man, for the Steelers. And, it's time to move on from Big Ben and Tomlin, man. It's time to start over. As for the Ravens, they won in a sloppy game against the Browns. They can't play that. Lamar can't throw 4 picks because, A, he's on my fantasy team. B, you can't throw 4 picks. You can't just rely on your defense, Lamar, running back. But I think they're going to win. I think they finally get a groove going because the Steelers are not really good. I think the Browns are a little bit better of a team, a little bit. Yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens on the road in Pittsburgh, in Hines, man. Broncos and Chargers. It's a Broncos and Chiefs. Sunday night game. If the Broncos win this game, I'm going to be so happy. It's going to be tough, man. We're going to go into Arrowhead in Mahomo, the house Mahomo built, even though there was other players there that probably were more iconic. I don't know which one to pick. I know I don't want to be biased, but fuck it. I'm picking the Broncos. I'm picking the Broncos to upset the Chiefs. They're getting the momentum back. They're not taking the Chiefs lightly like we did against the Eagles. This team is a band of brothers, and I think we'll win this game barely, probably by 4 points. We can't be down by a lot of points at halftime because we haven't come back from a deficit ever this year. So we have to keep it really close at half, and I think we will. I think we'll edge it out and win a fucking game in Arrowhead. First time since 2015 we'll win a game against the Chiefs. Book it. Fuck it, man. I got confidence. Patriots and Bills. I think the Bills get this one. They edge it out. It's at home in Buffalo. This is going to be a good game. Mac Jones versus Josh Allen, first time ever. The Bills need this game more. If the Bills win this game, it'll be huge. I think they'll split. I think New England will win a game later down the line. I think Buffalo wins this game in Buffalo. They'll split because they're both Buffalo, they got their shit together against New Orleans. They blew them out. They blew out a team that they're supposed to blow out. They did their job. I got Buffalo winning this game, probably in a close game, probably like by 10 or 7, man. It'll be close. Yeah, and their defense has to step up next game too. So, all right, Giants and Dolphins, both teams coming off big wins. The Dolphins are on a 4-game winning streak. They started the season off 1-7. Now they're 5-7, still in the hunt. And then the Giants, they got to win. They're 4-7, I think. They're still in the hunt too because their NFC is so fucking weak. They're like a game behind. So yeah, this should be interesting. I got Miami's at home, but there'll probably be more Giants fans there because there's a lot of New Yorkers in southern Florida. So should be a close one. I'm not picking the Giants. I can't pick the Giants. I'm sorry. The Dolphins have a better team. They beat the Panthers. The Panthers are frauds. They're the biggest frauds ever. We weren't the biggest frauds. It was the Panthers. Cam Newton's back. Yeah, he didn't look that good. So yeah, I think the Dolphins are gonna win. I think it'll be a close game in Miami and South Beach. It should be fun. And if Tua can play good, then they'll win. If the Giants' defense plays like they did against the Eagles, they could win. So I got the Dolphins winning, and Myles Gasket's gonna have a day. Eagles and Jets. Yeah, give me the Eagles. I think they'll bounce back. I think they have to go back to their running game. Like Jalen Hurts threw 3 picks. Like that's not. They have to play conservative, run the damn ball, and that's how they win games. And they can do that against the Jets. They're not that good. As for the Jets, if they played the same amount of defense as they did against the Texans, limiting them to 14 points, then they could win this game and keep it close, man. But the Jets haven't beat the Eagles in a while. I just think it's gonna keep continuing. Give me the Eagles. Redskins and Raiders. It's in Las Vegas. The Redskins coming off a big win. They needed that win. A big win against the Seahawks. They're 5-6, and the Raiders are 6-5. This is gonna be a good game. I'm gonna be watching this for sure because it's a division opponent, and the Redskins are a pretty entertaining team to me. I guess I don't know. Yeah, give me the Raiders. I think they have a lot of momentum going in. They just beat the Cowboys. Granted, they didn't have Cooper. They didn't have Lamb. They were banged up. Granted, Greg Zerline missed the field goal earlier, but they still played really good. I don't think Waller's going to play, but I don't think that matters. I think this will be a close game. The Raiders are undefeated, I think, against the East. No, they lost to the Giants. Yeah, so this is a big game for both teams, really. This would be a big game for both teams. I'm going to watch this for sure. I don't know if I'll call the game. I'll call a game on Sunday. But, yeah, give me the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, unfortunately. I hope they lose. Hope I get this pick wrong. Jaguars and Rams. The Jags are going to get blown the fuck out. The Rams, this should be, if this game is a 10-point game, it's a failure for the Rams. This should be a game where the Rams get their season back on track, blow out a garbage team, and get some momentum in the next week. Because this should be a blowout. This should be a blowout. But the Rams, they underachieved. 3-game losing streak. They need to win this game. Give me the Rams, I don't know, by 15. I guess. I don't know. And the Jags, they just need a tank. To get somebody to help Lawrence out, man. I believe in Trevor Lawrence. It's not all his fault. Urban Meyer's trash. And it's a losing culture in Jacksonville, man, unfortunately, for their fans. Dallas and New Orleans. Demon. What's his name? Taysom Hill, whoever's playing, I think they may get Cooper back, I think. But Dallas, I think they'll rebound. They had a week off to rest and repair from that Thanksgiving game. I think, and the Saints, they got blown out against Buffalo at home, and they're at home again, another primetime game. I think that Dallas will show up. There's no Mike McCarthy, so it'll probably be Kellen Moore being the head coach, maybe. I don't know. Him or what's his name? Their defensive coordinator. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I forgot his name. The 28-3 guy. Him or the defensive coordinator. Probably their defensive coordinator will be the head coach because he has the most experience. But I think Dallas will win. Mike McCarthy sucks anyway, and the Saints, their talent, so many injuries and stuff, and they have like no quarterback. Cardinals and Bears. Bears coming off a big win over the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. Cardinals coming off of a win against the Seahawks and a bye week. This was last week was their bye. I think the Cardinals get the win. I think Chicago could keep it close. Matt Nagy, he needs to go. They need a new coach in Chicago, and they need better play calling, man. And their defense is still okay. It's still a good foundation there, but they need a better coach and play caller. Yeah, give me the Buccaneers. You know, the Buccaneers can't have 2 straight wins in a row. They beat the Giants convincingly, and then they came back against the Colts, who were a good team. Can't say the Buccaneers haven't beaten a good team recently, so they beat the Colts. They're still one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. They won a couple straight, got back in it, and the Falcons they kind of struggled against the Jags, almost let them back in the game, but they won. They won. That's all that matters. I got the Buccaneers winning, maybe by like 10. I think the Falcons will keep it close. Like Arthur Smith is a solid coach, man. He's helping that team out, and he's getting them decent amount of wins. So yeah, Minnesota, Detroit. Yeah, Minnesota's gonna win. Detroit, I don't know. They could win it because Minnesota underachieves all the time. Minnesota's still in a playoff spot, so they need to win this game to stay in a playoff spot to get to 6-6, get to 500, and yeah. So that's a big win for Minnesota if they get this done. And Kirk Cousins rebounds. Unfortunately, there's gonna be no Dalvin Cook, so Madison's gonna get the carries, but that's really it. San Francisco, Seattle. This is not the Sunday night game anymore. It's this game, but because Seattle had like 50 primetime games, man. Yeah, give me the San Francisco to win, split the series. The Seahawks are just done. Like Pete Carroll's out of it. Like I don't know. They're still like you look at the team on paper, it's really good, and their defense has been playing good this year, as well. It's just on paper, their team looks really good, but it's just they struggled, especially when they lost Russell Wilson and Geno Smith was their damn quarterback for a while. Yeah. So yeah. I got the Niners winning. I picked a lot of road teams. Holy crap! But I guess there's gonna be a lot of road upsets in my opinion. Yeah, those are my picks for Week 13. I got the Broncos upsetting the Chiefs, man. I have a feeling we're gonna win. It's gonna be a close game, hard fought, probably come down to the wire. And the Broncos, they have to use their running game to win against the Chiefs, and their defense has to play really good. They have to know how to cover Kelsey. Patrick Surtain, he has to step up even more. He had a great game, but what he's gonna do against Tyreek Hill, that should be a interesting game. Kyle Fuller needs to step up. I don't know if we're gonna get any more players back. Bradley Chubb. That was like his ease back game, his comeback game. Now this is his real first test to come back. I'll be excited for Sunday Night Football, man. I'm really excited for that game. That should be a really good game between the Broncos and Chiefs. Herbert versus Burrow should be interesting. Redskins, Raiders, Giants, Dolphins will be interesting. I know it's like kind of tank bowl, but both teams are actually realistically in a playoff, contention. So, Cardinals, Bears. I just want to see Nagy fired. That's really it. So those are my picks for Week 13. Should be a good week. Again, the Panthers, Titans, Browns, and what other team? And Packers are both all on bye weeks, so all those teams are on the bye. So everyone have a good day. I filmed this at like 7:30, so everyone have a good day. Peace.